Hi, I am Blake Everstone. I am the author of Ominous Tales. It is a collection of 5 short stories and 5 poems. Um, Very spooky book. My hope is that you will not be able to put it down and that you may even be scared to go to sleep that night. Um, First off, I want to thank uh, book club authors for having me here today. Thank you very much. I am a member of the LGBT community, a very proud member. I uh, want to write stories that are for my people. Uh, the characters in a lot of the stories are lesbian or gay. Uh, they has one book reviewer said they're not in your face. It's just regular stories. It just so happens that the characters, some of the characters, um, are of the LGBT community. Uh, Next, let me just give you a description of some of the stories that are in the book. Okay, one of the stories is Emma's Being Watched. It says uh, paranoia overcomes Emma as she is convinced she is being stalked. Is it the man who attacked her that hasn't been arrested yet by the police, or even something more sinister? Someone close to Emma has already been murdered. Can she be possibly next? Um, the next one is The Ghost Within My Dementia. This is my personal favorite. The description is a woman's dementia has progressed to the point that she is losing track of time, also developing delusions. She is plagued with the gruesome apparition of her dead mother's suicide. Is her mother trying to tell her something, or is she just possibly losing her mind? Um, a third story in the book is My Angels. This one's pretty scary. A beautiful ebony and ivory lesbian couple are being stalked, that they don't know that they're being stalked. His plan of kidnapping draws near. Will they be able to escape the heinous plot this murderer has in store for them? Uh, the next story is Nymph. Uh, After being rejected by her father and so-called upstanding citizens of her hometown for being a lesbian, Lisa moves to a serene cabin in the woods. Her peaceful world changes when she finds a wounded young woman. Was it an animal that attacked the stunningly beautiful creature, or something demonic? And can Lisa save her? The last story in the book is Journal to the Unborn. Um, this one was having children was it was pretty touching to write. The whole time it is a mother that's writing a journal to her child that is inside of her, and this family is plagued by a curse, and there is a demon attached to her child inside of her. The description here is a mother must explain to her unborn child of the curse bestowed upon their family, because she may not live through the childbirth. Will this mother be able to win the battle she must face against a nefarious demon for the life of her child? Will voodoo, Wiccan magic, or the ghost of her ancestors be able to help? So those are the 5 stories, and there are also 5 pretty creepy poems in there as well. One of them is about suicide, a woman who is committing suicide. There's one about the grave. Uh, Next, I thought that I would read you a couple of reviews. Uh, this first review is from Susan P. I had the privilege to read this book, and it's amazing. Blake Everstone is a talented writer and poet. She takes you into the land of terror and intrigue, leaving you breathless with every twist and turn as the stories lure you into the unknown. Ominous Tales is a collection of short stories that are a very addictive read. I could not stop turning the page. I read the entire book that night, unable to put it down. Each story begins with a dark poem that pertains to the journey you are about to take. I found Blake Everstone to be akin to the Stephen King. Thank you, because he is like uh, my favorite author ever. And do you dare take a trip to the realm of the unknown? Make sure you have a glass of wine when you take it with you to the other side. I want y'all to see this. This is a graphic of, there it is, of my novel, of my book, the collection of the 5 short stories. It is available on Amazon. It's available through Kindle Unlimited. It's also now available on paperback as well. Have another review here. This one is from L.J. Pruitt. It says, I was sent a copy of this book to review before its official release date and was quite surprised to open it and begin reading. The book alternates between poetry and short stories, all fitting within the same general theme of horror and paranormal. With stories ranging from those about serial killers and women suffering from dissociative identity disorder, those involving fully supernatural creatures like nymphs and ghosts. The stories are sometimes disturbing and always particularly haunting. The lesbian theme that works its way through each of the pieces is understated. It becomes part of the story rather than being thrown into your face. It works itself into the characters' lives as a natural part rather than something that is a major feature of the stories. These are stories about characters who happen to be lesbian. There are also some fairly erotic scenes between characters in a few of the short stories. So this book is a little NSFW, and I would only recommend it to those 18 plus readers. Overall, the writing is pretty good, and for a first novel compilation, it holds a lot of promise. I look forward to seeing more from Blake Everstone in the future, perhaps even extending some of the short stories from this book into a full piece of its own. In the back of this book, Ominous Tales, there is a page with the prologue of a book that I am coming out with in the summer. Should be July. The book is called Jane John Doe. It is scary. There is someone going around killing transgender women. Part of the book is based here. I don't know if you can tell by my accent, but I am Texas. I'm Texan, and here the heart of our LGBT community is Oakland, and part of the book is based out of that area. The main character of the book is Scott Wright, amazing man, goes into his childhood of abuse and how he overcame that abuse. He was born a woman, and how he transformed into a man and lived his dreams. Went on to college and graduated, and now he ends up working to find the killer of these women. The authorities are ready to just throw this case out for this transgender woman who has been killed. they believe that it's just a suicide when there's some obvious evidence that it's not. Uh, so uh, that is that. That is going to be out this summer. It is John Jane Doe. Um, Shout out to my publisher. Uh, my publishing company is Between the Lines Publishing, and they have been wonderful and very hands-on with me. Incredible publishers, and I'm very grateful to have them. And I guess I can read, if y'all don't mind, I'll read one more book review, and then I will get off of here. See, first I have to find it. Oh, here it is. This one is from Charlotte. Uh, Thank you so very much for letting me read Ominous Tales. It was truly a breath of fresh air, amazing poetry between every great story. I loved how the plot twisted and turned and made my head spin. Blake Everstone is a very talented writer, and I can't wait to get my hands on her next books. I am mesmerized by how fast I fell in love with some of the characters and what a short time it took me to completely forget time and place, because I simply had to read it all till the end. My favorite was Emma's Being Watched. I have no idea how anyone can come up with a story like that. It was brilliant, completely and utterly brilliant. Thank you, Charlotte. So that's it. Remember, you can find Ominous Tales on Amazon.com. It is available on Kindle, also Kindle Unlimited, and it is also now available in paperback. And please stay tuned. You can find me on my website. You can find me on Facebook, on Twitter. Um, my website is blakeeverstone.webs.com. And keep in touch, because John Doe will be coming out this summer. And thank you once again to Book Club authors for having me, and y'all have a great evening.